Hello, everybody. I hope that your Sunday is going well. I am live talking about a few things that's going on around the world in our country. Please get those likes up when you come in so other people they know that I am live. It definitely affects the algorithm. Hold on for one quick little second. Okay, we have a couple of things to talk about. Not an extreme high amount, but a few things as you can see on the screen. Okay, let me get my phone. I haven't been live in a while. You know who you are. You usually ask me, "Are you gonna go live?" Yes, 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 yes. Y'all know that I'm gonna stay going live with y'all. Okay, so after I go live, I got a few things to do, a few topics to talk about. Hey, Twilight. Okay, so let me see how many people are in here. Okay, I got 9 people. Okay, so let's jump right on in. Anyone who comes in, you can just watch the replay, just rewind it and watch the beginning. Okay, so let's get into Iran really quick. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a quick little second. Trying to find my picture. Okay. Give me a second. As many of you know, well, our country dropped a you know what on Iran. Not a huge BO, on there, but it caused some damage. And the leader of Iran, let's see if I can say this man's name right, Ayatollah, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. I know I probably said that wrong. He's been unalived, okay? Donald Trump did that, and a lot of women, especially from Iran, and men are celebrating it. So there's been a lot of confusion because people are saying, here in America, there are a lot of people who are afraid that we're going to go into World War III. A lot of people are upset. They're saying, oh my God, Trump did this. And other people are confused because they're seeing people of Iran on social media are celebrating that their leader is gone because they lived under oppression, oppression by him. He's a dictator, and now they're saying that gas prices might increase because they blocked off something, and people are saying to, pump your gas right now because the prices are going to get high, and possibly food prices and everything like that. And that, you know what, like I had said before, I'm a millennial. I remember September 11th. I remember how afraid I was to go to bed that night because I thought more was going to happen after what happened to the Twin Towers. And when you see something like that, you know that unexpected things can happen. Okay, you might think that you're safe. You might think we're in the safest country, and something like a September 11th can happen again because no one expected it when it did happen. Okay, and and also there was somebody, you know who you are, who tried to tell me that I am not a millennial. I don't know where you got this from, or you're trying to assume my age and all this other stuff. You are a millennial if you were born between 1981 and 1996. If you are born after 96, you are Gen X, I believe. And after Gen X is Gen Alpha. And I'm not sure those years. So, yes, I have a lot of memories being a millennial, like I said before. Princess Diana, September 11th, Hurricane Katrina, Aaliyah. Young when Selena happened, but I remember that. JFK Jr., okay, and many other horrific things we've seen in this country. Okay, so yeah, I don't feel completely safe. People are celebrating this because, again, they said that he was a dictator and everything like that. And you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. There's always something going on behind the scenes. There are sleeper cells, and I'm going to show you that's all around our country. And just never, one thing I have learned is to never get too comfortable. Never get too comfortable and think that it can't be you. Never think that our country cannot turn into third world. Many people already think our country is third world. Never think that a September 11th could never happen again, because we never expected that when it did happen. And it's one of the worst things, again, that I had ever seen in my damn life. Okay, September 11th. So I had posted this on my shorts about him and that, what happened, but I also showed that there, I have noticed that just because some people don't like Donald Trump, when you see him do certain things when it comes to other countries or call out other countries, because you don't like him, some of you are so quick to go into defense mode and defend other countries that don't even like you, especially as a woman. I had posted something showing in Iran, those women don't have any rights. That's why women are celebrating. They're forced to have to cover up. They cannot travel anywhere without their husband's permission. They marry little girls younger than 13 years old. You cannot inherit property fully. There is no DV laws to protect you. So if your man is going upside your head or essaying you, they don't have any laws. And I know that in our country, with the Epstein files and more, we have a lot of disgusting things. I know our country is trifling too. And one thing a lot of men have globally, no matter what religion it is or what country it is, a lot of men oppress and essay and hit women. Okay? When you see what we see with wars, these are war games between men. I have never understood women who gets really involved with the conversations of war and trying to go against other countries. Baby, your countrymen and the enemy countrymen, both of them will gang up and hold you down and grape you. All of them. You're nothing to a number of them. Your countrymen, your military men will grape you, and the enemy military men will also grape you. They'll grape you together. That's a fact. Also, when I posted what I posted, I'm not mad at you, but someone said, how can I kind of talk about other countries when I know that our country is messed up too. I know there are missing kids. I know there's grape all over the place. I talk about it all the time. But guess what? The average American woman, you still have more freedom and rights than the average Middle Eastern woman. You get to go outside and pick your own outfit. You get to pick your husband or not get married if you don't want to. You get to actually have smecks in America without going to jail or getting stoned. You cannot compare our reality and rights in America to women in the Middle East. Even though we have trifling men within government and missing kids and rape, it doesn't still compare to women in other countries. You get to go outside any time of night. You get to travel without a chaperone. You get to actually have a job if you want to. You get to wear what you want to wear. You get to have sex with any man you want to, even if you're not married. You actually have laws in certain states that doesn't allow you to get married at 12 and 13. So please, with that, your reality compared to women in other countries, even in Africa, is completely different as an American woman. You still have more freedoms than women in other countries, despite the fact that we still have work to do over here in America when it comes to women. I just have to keep it like you can't. Like, don't even try to compare your reality to a woman in Iran. You can't. So, because and I was a little irritated because it was like, yeah, I'm pointing out that the women in Iran get treated like dog poop and don't have any freedom. So I don't understand people jumping up to support a country that would treat you like a dog as a woman. Even another country I'm not going to name, y'all are always jumping up for them, where the women don't have no rights up over there either. They don't like women either. And you can't be gay up over there. People always support LGBTQ in America. You're not even allowed to openly be LGBTQ in this country, yet everybody's always fighting for this country, and they don't even like you, and they racist up over there. Please. And there's a few countries you can take guesses as who I'm talking about. I didn't name a name. But it's just a pattern I see of people in our country who don't read and research other cultures. And you just think, oh, I don't like our president. He's talking about this country and that country. F them. Support this country. And then if you actually read it, that country don't like you. They don't like you as a woman. They don't like you if you're not of their race. They don't like you if you practice a different culture. They oppress people. So, yeah. Um, so they took out this man. A lot of people are happy, but you know what's interesting to me is like I wouldn't be so quick to jump for joy because a lot of women are happy. I'm like, as long as you live under rulership of men, what makes you think that you're gonna get freedom and you have to take off them hijabs and you can just do what you want? The next man that gets in power might oppress you. That's what a number of them do. And then it's all start all over with the same crap all over again. Okay? So, in a lot of these other countries, yeah, the government might be a dictatorship, but so are the men in their family. You have people who will love to say wearing the hijab is not compulsory or something they say. Basically, oh, you're not forced to, you don't have to. Yeah, right. Take it off and watch your father and brothers and cousins stone you with an honor merkin. Yeah, you might say that it's not by force, but yet a lot of women in other countries are scared to death to live how they want to live, even if they claim you can, because the men in their family and neighbors and stuff will stone them. So let's cut the bull crap like, oh, you just have these choices. Oh, you don't have to. Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm also sure that you're scared to death if you don't. The men in your family gonna take you out because that happens a lot in other countries. Okay? And I'm not saying that's the case for everyone because some women actually do like to be able to wear it. I've heard them say this. It's a choice, and in some countries you don't have to, and in some cases, even though you don't have to, you still do because you don't want the men and even some of the women in the family getting together to take you out, which does happen. Okay. Also, there was just something that happened in Texas, and I have to say, there were some black people who don't believe this is true because this man is Senegalese. I hope I said that right. He's Senegalese from Africa, and he opened fire on, and two people are off the planet. 14 are injured, and let me see his name. After they took out the president in Iran, they're saying the sleeper cells are around. So he's identified as a naturalized U.S. citizen born in Senegal. He wore a shirt saying property of Allah. His shirt says property of Allah. He has a gun, a weapon, and he injured 14 people. I guess this was today or yesterday, and two people have passed away. And I'm looking at the comments there, and there are black people who think that this is a setup because, oh well, why a black man? I'm like, why don't you know that most Muslims and Muslims and stuff, Islamic people are in Africa? Half of them are in Africa. Most Africans are Islamic. Most of them. And if they're not, they're Christian or they practice some other stuff. But a huge amount of Islamic people are African. And yes, they will murk your behind too. That's why I keep telling black people, stop thinking because someone has melanin in their skin or they're from Africa that you're safe. A number of them will take you out in the name of religion too, just like extremists in different parts of the Middle East. Okay. I have seen the stories before all of this. A school teacher in Nigeria, she said something. She didn't agree with the Quran, the Prophet Allah, Muhammad, and the Quran and stuff. And the students who were Muslim in Nigeria got mad about it and they set her on fire and took her life. They have religious wars, cultural wars all over Africa. Darfur. I've been talking about Darfur since like 4 or 5 years ago. And then there are people who say, well, I didn't know about it. It was on the news. A lot of people don't even look up stuff. It's been on the news. In Darfur, where you have black Africans who swear to God that they are Arabs and stuff, and they're Islamic, and they've been chopping up women, men, and children with machetes, raping women, breaking their bones in the name of Islam, claiming that they want to get rid of the Christians over in, I believe it's Sudan, Darfur, and stuff. They've been doing this, and they're black. Y'all better wake up. I ain't going to some of them countries in Africa. They will grape you. They will break your bones. They will set you on fire if you don't convert to what the hell they believe in, and all of that. It's not just the Muslims in the Middle East. It's also Africans too, in parts of Africa. And I think a lot of black people better read up on that and research that. And then you will see that this is a battle of religions on the globe. And people in other countries don't always care that, oh, they're black, they have melanin. They will murk their fellow African with the quickness who they don't feel is under the same religion like them. They've been doing this for years. And it's disgusting. They're mentally ill and horrible and barbaric and demonic up over there. In some parts of Africa, not all parts of Africa. Okay? And I've seen them making videos saying, don't nobody care. People in Africa don't care. Other countries in Africa don't have no army. They don't go to stop no wars and to rescue people on average. And because black people are so anti-white, a lot of white people feel like, why should I go up over there and help y'all? Y'all don't even like us. And y'all think we devils and need to be off the planet. Y'all go fix it. Go, y'all get your men to help you. That's how they feel, you know? So it's a mess. It's a mess all over the world what's going on. So, So now some people are saying you might see more sleeper cells coming out now that this has happened with Iran. Other people are saying, look, you better prep. You better stock up on your rice and beans and everything, because if you think that it's just going to go away quietly, what just happened, you're crazy. I feel like if you were around to live through September 11th, you already know that can happen. So, you need to stock up on stuff, medicines, all types of stuff, because something unexpected, for all you know, can happen. And that's very real. Also, again, they're saying to stock up on, get your gas pumped up, because the gas prices might increase a lot very, very soon after what just happened. So, and I'm sick of it. I don't think you will ever see peace on earth, especially that men run the world. Men run the world. They fight for power and resources. They take the lives of innocent women and children. They grape you, no matter who they are. And I don't believe that we will ever see peace in this place. I wish we could, but I highly doubt it. We're not all on the same level as humans. You live here with technology and some of the best things in the world. In other parts of the world, they don't even know what a yeast infection is. So, no, we're not the same around the globe. We're at different stages. So, it's horrible. Catherine says, sadly, war is money. I'm like, yeah, our country is going through inflation. People can't eat. People don't have health care. The infrastructure is messing up. Why don't you focus? People need to focus on building the country, making it better, and stop fighting people. But you know what? There is things going on behind the scenes that the average American has no idea about to keep you safe. There are a lot of nut jobs out here, you know. So, but war to me is not always the first answer. Yes, you do need an army. Yes, you need to defend your country from anything happening. But I wish that people could get it together. Get it together, because again, how are so many people religious around the globe? We're religious, our God, but yet y'all take the lives of innocent people and children. Isn't that hypocrisy? How can you be so loving of God and humanity around the whole globe, but yet y'all take the lives of people over some of the dumbest shit sometimes and stuff that's made up? Don't get me started. I ain't even going to get into that. But okay, so that's what's going on. Also, this is not being talked about. It really isn't being talked about. And a special needs school teacher, her life was taken. And she's not being talked about by the mainstream news media because she's black, a black woman. That's what I believe, and a lot of people believe that. Her life was taken by an illegal immigrant, an illegal migrant. He was actually running away, fleeing ICE in his car, and he slammed into her, taking her life because he was fleeing ICE. And her life is gone. You know, her life mattered. Okay. Dr. Linda Davis. And okay, let's see a little bit more. A beloved Georgia elementary school teacher is being mourned after a crash where the driver again was fleeing from ICE and he was an illegal immigrant. And Linda Davis, she was a teacher at Herman West Hesse K-8 school. She passed away in the collision. Okay, it happened less than a mile, half a mile from the school where she taught. Okay, it says that she was heading to work and the other vehicle the driver was in was attempting to evade immigration officers, and the principal described the heartbreaking moment of telling her 5 and 6-year-old students what happened to her and that she wouldn't be returning. The school community has been left in deep grief, honoring her life and work and remembering her. Okay, it says that they're continuing to investigate the circumstances surrounding the pursuit and the crash that took her life, and we send our condolences to her. Hold on for a second. Okay, so her name, okay, Savannah educator Dr. Linda. And one news station talked about her, possibly a few more, but not like the mainstream news like that.
The loss of a beloved educator.
That's right. And Hess K-8 confirming that Dr. Linda Davis was killed in a car wreck just blocks from the school at Whitfield Avenue. Cause: a man without legal status fleeing a traffic stop with immigration's enforcement. WJCL 22 News' Lydia Blackstone is live now. And Lydia, tell us more about how this crash happened.
Good evening, Greg and Shannon. The Department of Homeland Services says that a man was fleeing ICE officials when he ran a red light and took an illegal U-turn right here. This is the exit you would take when going onto the Truman Parkway. It was then that he hit and killed a Chatham County educator. Broken glass and bent car frames being taken off the roadways in Chatham County after an early morning crash. The deceased, a beloved special education teacher, Dr. Linda Davis, who worked less than a mile away at Hess K-8. While students were out for President's Day, Monday was a work day for teachers like Dr. Davis. The school responding, releasing a statement saying, "We should all expect and try to understand that there will be a variety of emotions and responses as to what has occurred. The most important thing we can do is to be supportive and encourage an open expression of feelings." As for what led up to it, police say ICE officers initially attempted a traffic stop of 38-year-old Oscar Vasquez Lopez. The Department of Homeland Security says he was initially stopped, then sped away, running a red light and making an illegal U-turn, which caused the deadly collision. DHS releasing this photo, saying he was in the country illegally from Guatemala. Vasquez Lopez has been charged with reckless driving, driving without a valid license, vehicular homicide, and other offenses. ICE policy says in regards to a situation like this, ICE officials use reasonable and necessary force when someone resists arrest. ICE officers and agents prioritize safety, including the safety of the people that they arrest, and are highly trained in de-escalation. Vasquez Lopez is currently in custody in the hospital. Authorities say he did not suffer serious injuries in the crash.
The loss of a
Worked less than a mile.
Lord, I mean, so he is living his life, no injuries, but did you see the car? Imagine what she went through. Imagine how painful that was. And you're just driving your car and out the blue, this car slams into you and takes your life. Hopefully it was very quick. I wouldn't want her to be in pain. Okay. And a lot of people are upset. When you have people who are illegal, they can get away. A lot of them could do hit and runs and all of that, and they drive off. They're not from here. There's no ID. You can't identify them. They can commit crimes. They can grape you, run off, and you will never find them because they're not in the system. They're not a citizen. They don't have birth certificates, nothing. So, um, I mean, he was fleeing ICE, went into a panic, I guess. He didn't want to be deported, slammed on the brakes, and didn't give a damn. And look what happened. Now her life is gone. Her life is gone. Her life mattered. And a lot of people, I mean, things like this happen sometimes, unfortunately. And he should and will be prosecuted because he took an innocent woman's life. Not only that, on top of that, being illegal. And she deserves justice for what happened. Her life mattered. Now she's off the planet. I don't know if she was married, dating someone, if she had kids or anything. And this is just disgusting what happened to her. And it's also disgusting how the news media really didn't talk about it. When that white man nurse got taken out by ICE, that was all over the news. And when that woman got taken out by ICE in that truck in y'all remember that was all over the news. And I feel like Savannah's story should have been told as well. So rest in peace to Savannah. I mean, I can't really say too much other than what happened. I mean, he was fleeing ICE, didn't look where he was going, speeding, and crashed into her. And unfortunately, with the climate we're seeing and so many afraid of getting caught by ICE and everything, you might see more things like this happen. So hopefully not. So that's all I have to say. Rest in peace to Savannah. And what do you think? I mean, do you think he should get life in prison? Do you think he should get the death penalty? I wouldn't say just deport him. Hell no, you just can't be sent away. No, you need to do time for what you did to her. Okay, so rest in peace to Savannah. Okay, all right.
Will not be ever remarrying again.
Many of you know that Shera 7, she lost her husband, James. It says Shera Sprinkle Sprinkle reveals that her husband of 20 years, James, has passed away. She says that she will not be remarrying again. He was much older. We had a big wedding, a big age gap, relationship, and I never had to pay no bills. He will be missed. And I have to say, I mean, Shera loved James. I've been seeing most people have given their condolences, but there have been a sprinkle of some who think that she didn't love James and all this stuff. She loved James, and you could see that in the video, her eyes. You can tell in her eyes, and she loved James. James took care of her. She had his children, okay, and they lived together and were married for 20 years. When you're with someone for that long and then they pass away, your house is empty, your children don't have their daddy, believe me, it affects you. Okay, so let's see what she's saying. She said again that she doesn't plan on remarrying.
I'm done. And I've said that on every live. I said, if I've ever become a widow, I'm never remarrying again. How long was I married for? 20 years. The girls are fine. They're healed. They're good. We're moving forward. And part of the reason why they can heal and move forward is because I didn't tell everybody when it happened. I just let people do all their talking and trolling and all this kind of stuff. But at that time, those things were happening to us. And so we just really didn't talk about it because crazy people on the internet. Yes, I'm a widow now. He was older, much older. We had a big age gap relationship. But we were married for 20 years.
You can definitely see the sadness in Shera's eyes. And it's just amazing to me, some people who always talking crap about Shera. Shera tells the damn truth. And most women who have dated men, not just one damn man, and not virgins, and that's not to diss a virgin, I'm just saying, know that she's telling the truth. You might not like her delivery. She talks about a lot more other than being able to have a provider. Okay? She gives you life lessons. She talks about realistic things, how to pour into yourself instead of losing who you are, which a lot of women do when you have a man. And she's not the only woman, you know? A lot of women, some women were fortunate to have some mothers who taught them the game about men, and others did not. A lot of women don't. A lot of women's mothers and grandmas didn't tell them shit about men, even though they went through it with men and didn't tell them certain things. And in some cases they do, but it's like they can tell you everything, but it's like you still have to live through it and go through it when you're growing up and you deal with men. A lot of men don't like women who know about their nature, how they operate. They prefer you to be naive. You can be the greatest woman. Being a good girl ain't gonna get you shit with most men. It's not. And I'm not saying to be bad and to do bad things and all that stuff, but being good doesn't give you a good man. It doesn't protect you. It doesn't give you better treatment. It doesn't mean he's going to pay your bills and spend on you. And it damn sure doesn't mean he's not going to step out on you. You can cook, clean, suck it, do all the things he wants, dance, keep your body up. He still will have other women that he is effing on the side, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing. A man has to want to commit if that's what he wants to do. Or he might treat you well and give you the best treatment, but he still has other women. And you can either pretend you don't know, confront him, choose to stay or leave, or just enjoy your lifestyle, because honestly, the next man you get probably going to cheat on you too. They all do on average. And they don't like it when we talk like this because they don't want you to know the truth. They want you to live in la la land, believe the lie, the fairy tales, the illusion. And, you know, I've seen so many women who try to talk against Shera sometimes. And it's like, honey, your husband is cheating on you. Your boyfriend's cheating on you. Or he did and you just didn't know about it a good portion of the time. Believe me, we know from experience, being a good woman is not going to give you a better outcome with a number of them. In fact, a lot of them will feel very bold to talk to you a certain way because you're so nice to them. A lot of men get off on seeing a good woman suffer, putting you through pain, laughing about being able to get over on you, and you let him do what he want, or you don't see nothing. Oh, I got a good woman. A lot of men know they got a good woman, and it still don't keep them from they still don't do right by you. A number of them, and the more that you take, the worse it can get sometimes. Also, when there are women who shame Shera about having a provider, stop settling for coffee dates and all this stuff. A lot of you women, if you want to be a woman who gets taken to McDonald's in a $5 date, go ahead and accept the cheap date. You're cheap. You're not worth anything. And then you want to pick up on men's talking points. Oh, if I require to have some money or to be taken care of, I'm a prostitute. Who gives a shit what you call it? Did you sleep with him? Even if you did, that's between y'all. But women in other countries had dowries where men pay $30,000 and $50,000 to marry these women. You think it's a big deal to go on if he can't afford to pay $50 for a fucking meal, this is your future provider? He can't even provide dinner. So how is he going to provide for you in a marriage? If a man is bitching and complaining about taking me to just get something to eat, something I can do my damn self, why would you F with him anyway? He's broke. This is just one date. He can't do that, or two or three. If he can't afford to take you on dates, he can't afford to put you in a house. And if he wants to be stingy about taking you on a date, but then he wants to get some pussy from you, girl, please, you are the prostitute. He just wants it for free from you. All men want to be able to get everything from you without any effort or having to do shit. You think you have pride in saying, I don't require anything. It's just about love. Fine. He doesn't have to take me out. He doesn't have to court me. He doesn't. Money don't matter. But he has to show me. How is he going to show you shit he can't afford to show you shit? How is he going to court you if he can't afford to court you? And then y'all end up in these relationships and complaining when you get pregnant or you want things and he can't do it. You knew he was broke when you was messing with him, but you thought a miracle was going to happen and he was going to have money. If in a man's mind, he thinks, well, shit, you gave me the pussy and I was broke. Why do I have to do anything now? And you had my children. Why do I have to step up to do shit for you if you fucked with me when I had nothing? You didn't require shit then. In fact, I laughed about it with my boys that all I had to do was take your ass to Red Lobster and I got that pussy. That's how men talk. But a lot of women don't know because you're not experienced with men. In fact, you call women with experience with men hoes and shit. And you don't have to F every man that you're dating. Now, fortunately, there's a lot of women who are waking up. I've seen countless women admitting that Shera is right, saying they never want to get married again, saying what a man did to them. And unfortunately, I still see women actually happy to require nothing. Require nothing. If your ass want to go to a $5 date, that's you. But don't shun other women who says, I require more. I'm worth more than what you accept. You ain't me. You want to be cheap. You want to accept low effort. You want a man who don't have to prove shit to you, who can't give you no fucking money. That's you. That's what you accept. Stop bothering and hating on the other women who don't accept it. I'm like, Shera didn't have to pay bills. She lived in a fucking house and didn't have to pay bills. Your ass you go 50-50 with every man that you have. But yet some of y'all out here want to diss women who says stop dating broke ass men. Look how you live and look how they live. Look at the results. Which one is working and which one isn't? Because half the women that complain or don't complain, they settle and then a few years later they're complaining or they're jealous as shit of women who don't have to fucking work. No, I don't feel like having to break my damn back paying half a man's bills and then laying on my back every night, sucking and effing, breastfeeding, raising kids, keeping the house clean, decorating, dealing with my damn menstrual cycle, cleaning the house, doing his laundry, being on top of his appointments, all of that. On top of that, you expect me to be pregnant and then work a 9-to-5? You have lost your mind. Only if I feel like it. That should be the option for women. Some women hated on Shera because they know she was right about it. Now, I think some women were disturbed because they thought she didn't have a soul and that she didn't love James, but I know that she loved James. I could see the sadness in her eyes, and she already said she doesn't want to get remarried because basically James was her person. There are some who are saying, well, it's because you ain't gonna ever find a James again who will take care of you. How do you know that? Shera's not a bad looking woman. I predict her next man probably ain't even gonna be black. Maybe an older white man that's well-to-do. I could see that. Even though she's saying that she is not going to get remarried again. You never know what can happen. Okay, let's see something.
He was a provider. I never had to pay no bills. He was a good guy. And he will be missed. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Being the prize means that man or whoever is dealing with you feels lucky to have you in his life. He will do anything to keep you there. He will spend. He will try to impress you. He ain't gonna rush you to the mattress. He don't want to scare you away. He likes you 10 times more. That's how you know you're prize, because he likes you 10 times more. And if you're dealing with men that don't like you at all, you will never be the prize in that relationship. You will never be the prize in a relationship where a man does not like you more. More. Not a little bit more, but a lot more. Listen, I'm trying to help y'all. If y'all like each other exactly the same amount, It's a no-go. If you like him a little bit less and he likes you a little bit more, that's going to be over quick. Okay? The dynamic is he has to like you more in order for you to be the prize. He has to do what you want him to do in order for you to be the prize. So when you choose the type of guy that you're going to date, make sure those things are in place or you will never be treated as a prize. Okay? Some of y'all have been dating the same dude for 5-6 years and still ain't the prize because you didn't start off as a prize. You have to start off as the prize. You have to start off as the prize. You're not going to grow into the prize. He's not going to realize you're the prize. You got to know from the start that you are the prize. The start of dating. Okay? He has to be smitten, mesmerized, in disbelief that you are with him. Okay? So that is what y'all need to go for. Y'all keep trying to date for fun. Yeah, in your early 20s and teens, date for fun. But when you're trying to become the prize in the relationship and get the lifestyle and all that kind of stuff that you want, you got to take it seriously and start only dealing with men that like you times 10. Okay? That's it. Sprinkle. What if he's broke and loyal? I don't want no loyal broke man. I'd rather a cheating rich man than a loyal broke man. What am I doing with loyal? I can't take loyal to the bank. Can't pay the bills with loyal. You can cheat too, ma'am. Sprinkle. He don't got the money to be unloyal and still keep a place to stay with you. You gotta choose. See, some people are loyal because they'll be homeless if they ain't.
That's true.
If he was rich, would he still be loyal? That's the question.
No.
Okay.
Like a rainbow.
Okay, this is James. She paid tribute to him on her Instagram and on her TikTok. Pictures of them together, sailing, him with their children, them together drinking. Okay, the wedding day. Let's see. She doesn't often always show James, but she showed the pictures of James, the house that he had for them, the car that he bought. Okay. Them with their children. So it shocked a lot of people. They weren't expecting James to go. A lot paid tribute. James was a provider.
Will not be ever remarrying again. The internet. Yes.
Okay, so let me know if you can hear me. Leave a heart if you can hear me. Sometimes there are some issues. One thing, I just jotted down a few notes too, is that, I mean, even if you don't always agree with all of Shera's messages or delivery, you can find something in there that you either know is true, you have experience, you believe is true, you can relate to some sort of advice. And like she said, the man has to want you. He has to want you. You might look, it's great to me when we equally want each other. We both want each other. You know, we both are into each other. Like, oh my God, I want you, you want me. It's like, that's like perfect for me. But a lot of women have said he needs to want you more because that means he'll treat you better. At the end of the day, your man has to want you. This is why women are not supposed to usually approach a man, because he has to pursue you. He has to want you. That means he likes what he's looking at. Men don't treat women the same. If he don't like what he's looking at, you'll never, I literally just said this on a different video, is that when a man is into you, it's different. When you're not what he wants, he doesn't go all out for you. He doesn't give the best of him. He doesn't even connect to you on a mental level that much. He doesn't even fuck you that well. A man that's into you is going to F your brains out. He's going to please you. He wants to please you. He wants to say, I put it down on her. He wants to see your facial expressions. A man who don't give a fuck about you and he ain't that into you, he just hits it and he wants to get his nut off. He ain't really he ain't give a fuck about you getting pleased or what you want. He ain't even into you like that. He don't care about you. He can't connect to you. He doesn't listen to you. He doesn't pour into you when you're not what he wanted. Men act completely different with women they actually find attractive and who they actually want and want to take out and show off to the public. If he won't take you out to public restaurants and to the public because men like to show off to other men, this is mine, this is what I'm fucking, look, this is what I got right here. If a man doesn't want to show you off to the public or introduce you to friends or family, he's not into you. He doesn't find you that attractive, or he has another woman, but he's not into you like that. And plenty of men could sleep with you and not give one damn about you. You're just pussy. You have a pussy. And he will hit it. Bend you over, he don't even have to look at your face. A number of men. And a lot of women don't always know that. He doesn't have to find you all of that to sleep with you. He's looking down at something else, not you. So, yes, a man does need to like you. Not only that, but earlier what I said is that a lot of men do not respect women who don't require anything. They think that you're easy and he doesn't have to do shit. And it breaks my heart to see so many women who take pride on taking scraps and settling for less because they don't like the thought of saying that their value is tied to what he was able to do for them. Oh no, it's not about if he could take me on a date. It's not about all of this. It's not about, how do you think a man shows that he's a man? All it takes is for a man to run game on you and say that you're pretty and hold your hand, and that's enough for you. Anyone could say that. What is he doing for you? There was a Hispanic man on TikTok asking, okay, ladies, how much does it cost to get your nails done? And there were so many white women shaming him, saying she should be able to get her own nails done. Why? You don't have to do anything. I never had asked my man to get my nails done. Whoop-de-doo. You've been fucking a man for years and you don't even know if he would pay to get your nails done. My thing is, did you ask? Have you even asked the man for anything? And what was his reaction? Or are you afraid to ask the man that you're letting literally come inside of you, make babies with you, risk giving you stuff in pregnancy? You don't even have an orgasm, but he does, using your body for his ultimate pleasure, and you ain't even having one like him. And you think that asking to get your nails done for $45 is a big deal? But yet he can give you a wet ass, no orgasm, and then go home happy and a cooked meal, and you ain't get shit? And y'all taking pride in that. The men won, baby. They won on a lot of y'all. Cook, clean, suck it, F it, give him an orgasm. You ain't have no orgasm. 80% of y'all don't. You didn't get shit. And I'm not saying that you have to say, oh, you want some tonight, honey? I need my nails done. I'm not saying to operate like that. But if you can't, how can a man be your provider and protector and you can't even ask him for shit? Or you're afraid to ask him for something? Or you think that you're less of a woman now because you had the nerve to ask him for money to pay a bill? How can you get married and you don't even know if the man would pay bills? How do you know? Because there are some of you effing with men, you get engaged, and then y'all have these financial problems, or he's cheap because you never asked for anything. How do you know who you're dealing with if you don't ask? Oh, I had my own. I don't give a fuck how much money you make. Did you ever ask that man for anything? And what was his reaction? You have to know if you're dealing with a stingy man, a non-provider. Men claim they take pride in being a protector and a provider. He can't protect or provide for you if he has no money. Who's going to buy the home? Where are you living? Do you have a security system that costs money? If he passes away, does he have a will? Do you have insurance? What's going on here? And y'all know I'm right, because most relationships, marriages end, and this is backed up by statistics, because of finances. Everybody is afraid to talk about it. I remember that woman, Universe Guru. She's Pakistani or something. She said in her culture, the men have to come over with their tax papers and all of that in front of the father or whoever, or in front of her, and put it all on the table. We ain't getting married unless we know what your finances are. You're not gonna lie about a damn thing. And what's going on here? Can you afford to take care of me and provide for me? But in the black community, it's taboo. Most black men, they don't even put their yearly salary down, their salary range, on dating websites, because they have that option. I've been on that in the past. None of them want to put down how much money they make a year. And they have a problem with a woman asking, what do you do? And all of that. I don't have time for these games. I need a man, a real man. We're not playing these games. And just because a woman wants to be taken care of doesn't mean that she's out to take you to the bank, because a lot of men don't even have that much damn money anyway. But a woman wants to know she's secure. If she gets pregnant by you, she will be okay, and her children, and that she's not going to live a life of destitute and misery. Okay? So, yeah, a lot of men, despite what they say, they're laughing at women who are accepting these $5 dates. They're laughing at you because you're easy. You don't require shit. And he still gets the pussy. A number of them. You don't even have an orgasm. So who really won here? Let's keep it real. And there was a really good looking man, fine, on TikTok, saying he ain't taking a woman out to eat anymore on a date. And countless women said, I'm okay going to McDonald's. We can just go for a walk in the park. Why the fuck would I go on a walk in a park with you? Do you know how many women get raped in parks and serial murderers are in parks? I'm not walking in a secluded park with no man that I just met. So no. Now, I think a cute little picnic at a park for a third date is cute. Third date type of thing. But the first date, I don't know you like that. I'm not walking in a park with you, because a lot of women get harmed in parks. I'm not doing that. And if I don't want to go on a $5 coffee date, I don't have to. I don't have to go on that if I don't feel like it. I should be able to go where I would like to go. Back in the day, a man would call you, not that texting bullshit, actually call you, and you would speak, and within the week he would plan the date and take you out to dinner and a movie or whatever. Either he planned the date and he would show you where he would take you, or he would ask you, where would you like to go? I'm not doing no Netflix and chill on a first date. I would never go to a man's house on the first date. Are you crazy? I don't know you, but you might try to do with me trapped up in your house. So, but unfortunately, you have a lot of women who are perfectly okay with cheap dates and having a man. A lot of these men don't like y'all. They want to do the least possible to get the most, and y'all are up here accepting it. That's why dating has become what it's become. Because so many of you women let them get away with doing nothing, and now your daughters are complaining. They don't know shit about romance. They don't know shit about a good tongue kiss. They don't know shit about a good date. They don't know shit about having a man take them. No, because y'all keep settling for scraps just to please them. I'm not like the others. I don't require a dinner. You can take me to McDonald's. Whatever. Please, girl. But that's you. You're you and I'm me. Okay? And just because you do all that don't mean shit. You still gonna get your ass cheated on just like the rest of us on average. Okay? And I'm not saying that every man, but damn near 90% of them. And I'm not saying that to sound negative, but I never met one in my entire life that didn't. Not in my family, not who I dated, not the women I knew, not the women in my family, not one. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So rest in peace to James, okay? Also, date how you want to date, what makes you happy. Like when I saw that list of women saying they won't go to the Cheesecake Factory, I didn't go there much, but when I did at that time, it was nice. I don't have anything against the Cheesecake Factory. But apparently some women don't like that. They don't have to. If you want to go there for your date. You don't have to live your life the way other people tell you to do. So if you want to accept McDonald's or a coffee date, that is up to you. You might have a happy ending. But if men who are really into women, they don't take women out on cheap dates. They want to usually impress the woman and take her out somewhere nice. Usually, men treat women they want completely different than women that they don't want. But a lot of them are trying to flip the script and become the bad bitch and the queen and the princess while y'all scrap and fight over the last resources. So they've been able to get away with this because so many of you are desperate for a husband and a man. And it's bad out here that they're like, well, I don't have to do much for y'all no more because y'all want us. Y'all want to get married. You gonna take what I give you. Or I'm going to test her out and see if she'll take the crumbs first. Bitch, don't play with me. Games are for children. Okay? You ain't going to be testing shit out because you won't be hearing back from me if you try me with some bullshit. But you have a lot of them who play these games. We're like, well, shit, I ain't got, let me see if I can give her some McDonald's first. And if she takes it, she must be a good woman. Then I'll take her somewhere nice. No, we're not playing these games. Because to me, if you can't afford to go out on a date, the first fucking time, I already believe you are broke. And if you're not broke, why the fuck are you trying to take me out somewhere real cheap? Please, I don't have time for it. And that doesn't mean that I'm asking to go to the most expensive place in the city. But a basic dinner date is much for these dudes? Child, please. Men who can afford it, they don't typically complain because going out to eat dinner is nothing for them. That's nothing. That's like a penny. So men are revealing themselves, in my opinion, who can't afford to take you out somewhere. And you can choose to deal with that shit or not. I can tell you this, it doesn't get better. What you accept in the beginning will only get worse, especially if that's not what you really wanted. Oh, okay. But in your heart, you don't want that shit. You think it's going to improve. When you accept it the first time, it's only going to get worse. And that's just the truth. Okay, so rest in peace to James. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. Oh, I had to show this because I talked about Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Look at how she used to look, y'all. And look how skinny they got. Look. Completely different. Some people think that it's witchcraft. Personally, it might be drugs, to be honest with you. But I hate this. I hope that they get better, whatever's going on. Look how skinny she got. She got so skinny. And then Ariana Grande, she turned into, and they're like, look what's going on with them. Like they won't separate from each other. They're looking crazy in the eyes. They've lost a huge amount of weight.
Now what is this that I can see?
Ariana Grande, she was skinny, but she was never this damn skinny. And they're acting very strange, like they're scared to death. Look, you can see her whole damn, her chest bones and her rib cage. The camera adds 10 pounds. Imagine how skinny she is. The girl.
When God is gone and the devil takes hold, who will have mercy on your soul?
What's going on?
Beth continues to grow and grow even through this press tour. Something's bothering her.
And, strange. They're always holding hands and strange. Look at this. Look. Some fan tried to come up to Ariana Grande and Cynthia lost her shit and was all on Ariana to protect her. And they're thin as a rail. Yeah, something's up. If that Illuminati stuff is real, they told them you can't eat no more. Y'all want the fame? You want the power? Y'all can't eat. Or something scared them to death. Or they put them on drugs. They now lost all that damn weight. Skeletons.
Now what is this that I can see?
Ariana
with
Grande
ice cold
don't even talk the
hands
same. It's
taking
like they're
hold
robots or
of
clones or
me.
something. Or under something. But the pain in her eyes when they asked Ariana Grande,
When God is gone and the devil takes
hold,
have mercy on your soul.
Beth continues to grow and grow even through this rest or something's bothering her.
Oh, hold on. Dragon Black says, I don't know who lied to you, but men liking you has nothing to do with their wallet. Actually, it's a mixture. A man who likes you will call you and actually ask you out on dates, will take you out places to court you. That requires money to afford to take you out on a date. When a man is courting a woman and he buys you jewelry or gifts, roses are not that expensive. That also requires effort and going into your wallet to buy me flowers. I would love to know, how do you show a woman you like her besides calling me up on the phone and being sweet to me? You think I'm going to sit on the phone and talk to you for a whole month and we haven't gone out on a date somewhere? I don't have time for little boy shit. I need a grown fucking man. Grown men know what's up and know what a man does to court a woman. And ain't nobody gonna say shit to me because I have talked to men and I have been all of that sweet shit y'all love and stuff. Like I said, it don't get a woman shit. Y'all still fucking, a lot of y'all still act up, still cheat, still stingy with your fucking wallet, some of y'all. And in some cases, y'all have money and y'all got these stank ass attitudes. I've experienced that too. I would love to know how you gonna court me and you can't afford to buy me flowers. I want to know. What you gonna do? You gonna pop up and just tell me something sweet in my ear? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a Libra, baby. So you already should know. I'm romance and love. And I also know that romance requires being able to afford to romance. My thing is, though, is that I do need a mental stimulation. You can be very sweet and all of that, but if you have bad conversation, you're boring, you're slow, you're an airhead, you're not intelligent, I'll be turned off. I do require mental stimulation. That's a huge part, mental stimulation. But you will have to show me that you're into me. So, and I'm not going to apologize about it. You can play these games if you want to. Y'all know what we mean. And I'm tired of some of y'all acting like y'all balling like that. Half of y'all ain't got no money. Don't talk to me. My daddy made $100,000 a year. So you can't say shit to me about wanting my man who making good money. I don't come from a broke ass daddy. And just because you have money doesn't mean that you're going to capture my heart. That's just a part of what goes into dating. Of course, you need to, get in my heart, my soul. Mental stimulation. Of course. I've talked to a man that I was looking at. I had said it was a guy on my job I was looking at. And he came up to me and asked me for my number, and I was happy as shit. I couldn't believe, I was so happy. Like, oh my God, because it wasn't many of them there. It's like, oh, talked to him on the phone. He was slow and an airhead. I couldn't be with that man. I can't do it. I need mental stimulation. But I also need you to show me that you're into me. And that's not talking on the phone every day. I require effort, and I require for you to court me. I like a man. I'm not with this new school shit, these new punk ass, weak ass, effeminate ass men. I like old school. I'm a millennial. I still come from a time when a man knew to fucking call you instead of this texting shit like you a child and don't know how to communicate, and actually called and established a date with me. And I'm not changing that shit for nothing. I don't give a damn if it's the year 3000. This new shit y'all on, y'all better play with somebody else, because I'm not submitting to it. You will fucking show me that you like me, that you into me, and you will take me out. If you can't do that shit, move on to the next fucking woman. That's fine with me, because I ain't settling for no low shit. I have tried that before, not asking for much. Bitch, it ain't get me shit but fucking still mistreated and all that other shit. Bitch, no. No. I know how men operate when they want you. It is night and fucking day. Y'all not gonna be the bad bitch and the princesses up in here. I'm a woman, and I will be treated like one. And I know how to treat a man deserving, like a fucking king. And you will get that if you act right. Shit, I know, baby. I'm a Libra, baby. I know y'all laughing, but ain't no woman got shit on me when it comes to being able to capture a heart of a fucking man in the bedroom. That's all I got to say. I just can't stand what I'm seeing with men today. And so many women are suffering. Your daughters are suffering. They can't find a man. They don't know shit about romance. I even heard they're not even tongue kissing in the bedroom. They're just getting on the bed and effing. Nothing. Dry. The men ain't doing shit. Please. Kiki says, don't think he's cheap. He's just not interested. That's true too. That is true too. If he ain't interested, they not gonna do much for you. They're not. You know if a man is into you when he is like calling and asking, when can I take you out? If you've been on the phone with a guy for over a week and that man has not asked you when can he take you out, he don't like you. Or he's broke. Or, oh, hold on. Or he wants you to initiate. I can't stand men like that. I'm not a man, and I'm not initiating shit. Not for no first date. Shit. I need a man. I need an alpha in this motherfucker. I need a real man. Not this weak ass shit that's all over the place today. I need a strong motherfucker with a strong mind, intelligent. Not that you keep staring at my ass in the store but won't bring your ass up to talk. Give me the motherfucker that's coming up to come and try to holler at me. Even if I'm not interested, I still like seeing that shit. Be a fucking man. I saw that article saying a lot more millennials and Gen Z men are not approaching. I guess you won't be getting no pussy eventually or having a woman. Because, bitch, I'm not chasing you down. Be a fucking man. I ain't got time for this weak ass shit. You can't take rejection. There's like 1,000 women every day you see. There's plenty of fish in the sea. If you can't come for what you want, that even tells me you must be lazy in bed. If you can't even come after a woman you want, do you even know how to have sex? You can't even do that. Child, please, I ain't got time for this weak shit, bitch. I like the alphas in this motherfucker. Give me a strong, confident man that comes for what the fuck he want. Even if Even if the woman ain't interested, he ain't scared of no fucking woman. This weak ass shit, y'all weak ass motherfuckers today. Excuse me, I'm trying not to be mean. And I'm not saying this applies to every man, but it's a lot of them. Everybody, even some of these women are fucked up. Some of them, this new generation, everything is, they scared of everything. Super woke, you can't say shit. You say the word penis. Oh my gosh, you said penis. No one's approaching. Men ain't approaching. Women acting like fucking lesbians all over the place, like they don't want to get effed eventually. All this other stuff. I just don't have time for it. But yes, I will say that it does require more than just money to get my heart and other women's. That's just a part of it. Your personality, your morals, how do you treat people? Are we compatible on many different levels? That all goes into everything. Into everything. Okay. Now we have this shocked the crap out of me. This shocked the crap out of me. I used to see him on TV. He passed away. Botch star Jordan James Park was found unalived in London after a suspected cosmetic procedure. 2 have been arrested for manslaughter. He was known as sort of the Kim Kardashian. He didn't look like Kim Kardashian, but I think he wanted to look like Kim Kardashian. He was getting so much surgery all the time. It was crazy. And now he's gone. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. It says that the sudden passing of influencer and botch star Jordan James Park. He was 34 years old. He was known as the Lip King. And he was found unconscious February 18th in London's Canary Wharf district. Okay, the police says that the ambulance was there and they said he was unresponsive in the Lincoln Plaza and he was pronounced dead. Authorities said that his death is they're looking into it and is being treated as unexplained. An investigation says he may have undergone a cosmetic procedure prior to his passing. A 43-year-old man and a 52-year-old woman were arrested on suspicion of manslaughter. Both have been granted bail pending further investigation. It says that he revealed he spent more than $150,000 on plastic surgery enhancements. In 2016, he was on This Morning and said he never hated himself and it became a hobby. His sister shared that the family is numb, shocked, and heartbroken as they're processing the loss of him. So this was him. Excuse me, y'all. This was him. In case you forgot maybe you've seen him before. He looked much different now. I mean, last time I saw him, he had extreme surgery. Now his face looks completely somewhat different, but I knew who he was when I looked up his name. But damn, so I don't know. I don't know if it happened, like they said, from a cosmetic procedure gone wrong, or the man and the woman did something to him. I said, oh man. Like, damn, I can't believe he passed away. So, rest in peace to him. Okay. Now, I'm going to say something that I've said before. When I was growing up, never in my life would I have imagined that I would see black men proudly bragging about getting their ass eaten. This was something that was unheard of. Growing up, I never saw black women proud to say that they were eating a man's ass. You never heard such things in your life. That a man would bend over and a woman would get down between his cheeks and eat his butt crack. This was unheard of. A black woman would be embarrassed and ashamed. And a black man never in his life would ever let the world know something like that happened. Now it's changed. This has become the new norm. And I can't believe it. First of all, so many men have bad hygiene, hairy asses, and don't even wash their ass cracks, that when I think of women proudly saying they eat ass, I'm like, are you eating funky booty holes? Like, 50% of men don't even wash their ass like that. And they have hairy ass cracks. And you putting your face down there? Are you fucking serious? He might be clean. I'm not taking the risk. Even though, you know, men who deal with me, you need to wash, especially before getting down with me. My thing is, though, is that with a lot of people, they don't wash before having sex. And I'm like, you don't know if this dude stink, if he got caked up stuff up down there, all that other stuff. And I'm going to say the quiet part. Eating ass comes from the gay community. Men eat coochie of women, and gay men eat pussy. That is how gay men eat their men. They eat the pussy. Now that they've introduced all this LGBTQ lifestyle stuff, and that's become the new norm, they've decided, besides trying to push black women to date bisexual black men, they have been trying real hard because they like, well, you need a man. Y'all ain't got no men. A lot of them is gay and bi. Except the bi black man. They've been pushing that. The HIV numbers is off the chain. Y'all go ahead if you want to. My thing is, now they're pushing for you to eat pussy like gay men eat pussy. That is from the gay community. And now they got y'all women out here eating their pussy too. Everything men want, they're getting. Men have won. Men got y'all eating ass. They got you paying for their dates. They got you settling for coffee dates. What's next? What are they going to have y'all doing next just to have one? I'm not eating your ass. Any man out there. Okay? So now you got rappers. Every millennial knows in our day, because we're not even old, but still, you would never in your life see a rapper, especially a black man rapper, proudly talking about getting his ass eaten. This is like the Twilight Zone. So, in El Choppa, he snaps at his baby mama and says, I'm not gay even though you ate my ass. All these men want to get their ass eaten now. I guarantee you most of them probably had a penis before too, or want one.
Marissa, you gonna say I'm gay because you ate my asshole? Huh? I ain't tell you lick my nipples. I think that's a little weird. Don't play with my nipples. If you eating that man going down in that Gucci, you go a little lower than, hey, man, P, that's you. But show me when I had intercourse with something else other than mine. Outside of your sex. Show me that. Or gender. Whatever the fuck it is. I've been on Mariah a little hard. Let's go to Marissa. Let's tell them how you move the goalposts every time I try to see my son. The same son you claim I starved when you brought him over the hotel for literally 4 hours. How do I start? Mama, can you be starved in 4 hours? Bitch, don't try to call me gay because you ate my ass. Let's not do that. See, for one thing, don't try to call me gay because you ate my ass. I'm gonna kick it off from there. You hear me? You know I ain't gay. You know that. You've said in the past, my baby daddy ain't gay. But she want to paint me out to be this now. And whoever walked that life, man, listen, stay brave, brother. Stay brave, sister. Walk that life. But stop putting that shit on me, man, because y'all know I don't play like that. I ain't never been pegged. I ain't never been entered. None of that. Man, if a hoe wanna put that motherfucking tongue on that gooch of that ass, man, I ain't gonna stop her, P. Root first thing.
So if she want to put the tongue on that Gucci, they call it the Gucci, that bussy, that Gucci. Child.
So let's talk about eating ass.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I like mine's ate. What's up?
I was about to ask you.
I like mine's devoured.
Well, there you go.
Eat me up, man.
Are you doing that? Yeah, I'll eat ass.
Yeah.
Hell no. Well, I look at it like
shake my head, baby. Yeah,
I look at it like this. If nothing should be off limits in the bed, she's like gonna throw up. Right. Nothing's off limits, and for me, it's just nothing's off limits.
Yeah. See, I'm cool with it. See, as long as the motherfucker don't poke me with nothing going in my ass, we cool.
Huh?
Like, there's hair in there.
That's all right, man. It's
there
good.
are some boundaries, I guess.
I cock it up. I grab the leg. I get crazy. I boss the crab myself. I be like this. Eat me, baby. Eat me out. Tear me up.
A lot of men love it.
Yeah. But that's the far as I go. You know what I'm saying? Don't poke me. Don't put no finger. You got to have that understanding.
How would you? I mean, if you like it, you're just going to assume.
But you got to guess what? You got to let them know. That's your job to be like, hey, baby, you going, hey, now don't finger me.
That's the black man now. And that woman wasn't black, but nothing's off limit. So what? He can stick it up your butt and then make you suck it? That's disgusting. So he says he wants his ass devoured. I've never met a man that wanted his ass eaten. And if I did, I'm not talking to you. Because I'm not doing that, and I believe that you've been getting down with men. Any man who wants his butthole messed with, that's some gay shit. And that's my opinion. I'm not sticking up. Just please with it. Okay? Just please with it. And the way so many of these men out here don't even wash they ass crack and buttholes, and you think, shit, you must be crazy. So, I mean, and now Chopper talking about I'm not gay even though you ate my ass. I believe that a man that would be comfortable seeing a woman slide her head to his butthole, I believe you got some LGBTQ in you. Because most straight men don't want no woman going near their butthole. They're not comfortable with that. A lot of them. Okay? Now, look, I'm not saying that you can't be adventurous in the bedroom with doing certain stuff. You want to do role. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me. I mean, if you want to do some role play and all that other stuff, but eating butt, no. And it's like an epidemic now of these dudes bragging about eating butt. When I was growing up, didn't no black woman eat no man's ass and brag about it. Now y'all all over the place with all these different types of stuff, bragging about eating men's asses on social media. And y'all be public with it too. When I was growing up, a black woman wouldn't be caught dead talking about she ate a man's ass. And they damn sure wouldn't be putting that on the internet for people to know she did it. If you did it in private, fine, whatever. But you coming out to the whole public, letting people know you eating ass, as if that's something to brag about. Knowing how so many men is nasty and have bad hygiene. Man, you must be crazy. What I'm seeing today is like a whole new world. With what black people be talking about on the internet. You got black women wearing lingerie as clothing now during concerts, their whole fucking ass crack just about out. A lot of stuff that was considered private is now seen as public and is being seen as like normal. Hold on, can you hear me now? Let me know if the volume is better. Leave a heart if the volume is good, if you can hear me good, because someone said, Kiki said that it was low. Is it low still? Let me know. I might have to turn the microphone off. We got one heart. You can hear me good. Okay. So yeah, I'm tired of seeing all this ass eating stuff in the black community. I don't think I've really seen that many other groups of people from other cultures promoting eating assholes. And if they do, I don't see them saying this all over social media. Never in my life would I think that black hip hop artists would now talk about bending over and getting their ass cracks devoured. All right, so now let's get into Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell, the greatest supermodel in history, besides Linda Evangelista. Well, she's been talked about. Now, y'all know I love Naomi. Sometimes she's on my screen as my photos, and I don't believe anyone's above the law. I don't believe I'm 50-50 on stuff, you know. What I'm talking about is, well, the Epstein files. Ghislaine Maxwell, the woman who's in prison who was helping Epstein, was his girlfriend, sent women to him, children and everything. Well, look, here's a photo. Naomi Campbell knew her. Naomi is saying that she knew her, but she didn't know what they were doing. That could be true, and it might not be true. I'm not 100% sure. People do know each other. A lot of wealthy, well-off people do go to each other's parties. They know each other. Sometimes people you know might do things that you don't know about. You don't get that close to know certain stuff. Maybe she knew of grown women that was being supplied to him to sleep with prostitutes. Maybe. But maybe she didn't know if he was messing with underage children. So I don't know for sure, but people are posting these photos like, well, Naomi, there's multiple pictures of you with Ghislaine. Ghislaine is Epstein's woman, and she was down with the trafficking and all this other stuff. Are you innocent, Naomi? So this is what Naomi had to say. Hold on.
This is a direct character assassination. I've always said that I'm not a saint, that I am a work in progress, but I will not be held hostage by my past. What he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else. Because I've had my fair share of sexual predators, and thank God that I had good people around me that protected me from this. I mean, right now I stand with the victims. I can't, you know, they're scarred for life. For life. I shoulders with hundreds of thousands of people. The frightening conclusion here is that if the negative action of your neighbor, colleague, or even an associate can somehow make you guilty too, simply by association, then we indeed live in very worrying times. This affects us all. It is wrong, it's unfair, and it must be stopped.
Okay, I mean, this is serious. This could ruin Naomi's legacy. She is the greatest supermodel in history, and she means a lot to the black race. And um, you know, I kind of believe what she's saying. I always say it's 50-50 because we don't know celebrities like that. People can't lie. So she hasn't been proven guilty, but she's saying just because I knew of this man doesn't mean that I knew what he was doing to underage little ones, to children and everything, and that I'm involved with it. She says that she stands with the victims, and I mean, they have the files. If there's no proof, you can't vilify her and say that she's guilty or that she was down with it. There's no evidence of her supplying him with women against their will or children. You know, maybe I could even say maybe she knew he was sleeping with prostitutes. That doesn't make her guilty if he's sleeping with prostitutes. Maybe if she knew Ghislaine and knew he has side pieces, she could have told her, yeah, he has other women that he sleeps with. That doesn't mean I know who these women are, where they came from, or if they're children. not everyone is allowed to get the details all the time. Even you can be cool with somebody and you don't know what the hell is going on in their house after hours. They don't let me in to that much information. I'm cool with you, but I ain't that cool. So I don't know. I'm not going to vilify Naomi and say that because she happened to know them means that she knows if they were eating children and eating people and holding women and children against their will with trafficking and all of that. My thing, I would say, I would like for the government to do a full investigation, and whatever evidence you find, hold those people accountable and do what needs to be done. But until we know and see the evidence, I cannot pin that on her and say that she was involved with doing the things that they were doing. So let's see the comments real quick. Naomi is problematic. One of her best friends is Diddy. I don't think she was involved. She's done so much between both nations. She has 2 children. Where did they come from? I believe that they were a surrogate. I think her kids were a surrogate. I mean, Naomi has always dated very powerful, well-off men. And she wanted kids. She's rich. The men she dates are rich. From what I saw, the children, the one child I saw was apparently biracial. Most of the men she talks to are well-off, wealthy, non-black men. And she wasn't pregnant, but I guess the whole thing with the surrogate, they use her egg and the man's sperm, and the other woman carried the baby. I don't know. She never gave all the details, though, with that. Y'all can be so confident about a thing when you have no proof. So I don't know for sure, but the government would have to investigate. So I'm not going to say that Naomi is guilty of trafficking children and all that other stuff. And I'm not going to tear down her legacy, you know. So I'm going to leave it at that. But may the truth come out. I can tell you that I don't hold celebrities to a certain level where I think they're God and that they can't be bad people or do things. So my thing is that there just needs to be a full-on investigation, and whoever did things should be in jail or get the D penalty, in my opinion. Okay, so let's go to the next topic. Let's see.
This is
Hold on.
Like kids' parties.
This is Evelyn Lozada's daughter. I always said I can't believe she got pregnant by the game. Why? There's nothing attractive much about him. What does he do for a living? He doesn't make music that much. He never respected any of those beautiful women that he had. What is the appeal? You're a young, beautiful woman. You had options. You settled for the game, and that was your mother's friend's man or something like that. So she had his baby. And now it's saying that her name is Shanice says that she feels bad sometimes being a single mother. Whenever she sees other families with their kids, she thinks, I go to a kid's party and the parents are actually together. I don't mean fake together. Why didn't you think about that before? Why don't a number of women out here think about their future children? Father's Day, family gatherings, and all of that. It's the game. The game.
Sometimes after kids' parties, I feel like, you know, because you see, I go to kids' parties and the parents are actually together. I don't mean like fake together to cut the cake. Like the family is together. So like kids' parties, or it will be even random. Like when I'm at the grocery store, you know, and it's like, you know, dad helping the mom pick something up from the thing to put it in the coche, and then the baby is there and you're unloading into the car. I've done so much unloading and stuff by myself, but then I'm like, man, I would be unstoppable if I had that like help.
Right.
Because I'm doing all the things. So I'm proud of myself. But yeah, like those, I have moments like that where I'm at the grocery store, at kids' parties, when I leave, or even if it's not the family's kids' party, but it's just a dad that came with mom to help her with the kid at the kids' party kind of thing. I would feel bad at pediatrician appointments.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That would.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, like I would be like, well,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, you feel bad because you feel like you shouldn't be on this journey.
No.
Oh, look, I have empathy for women. Of course I do. But my thing is, why do so many of y'all don't think about your children's life? Y'all, a lot of y'all out here are ruining your children's lives, deprived of happiness and joy in a family. You were talking to the game. Why don't some of you look at the history of the men that you're fucking? Multiple women, never married any of them. One of them, I think, wanted to marry him, an older, beautiful woman who he played with, educated and all of that, didn't marry her. If you are dating a man who has a history of being with women and not getting married and making kids with them, what makes you think you're going to be different on average? He might marry you, but he has a pattern in history of pumping and dumping. He has 2, 3, 4 baby mamas. You should know when you talk to men like that, there's a high chance you will be the 5th. This man, if I'm talking to a dude and you have these kids by women and I find out you didn't marry them, what's going on with you? Why can't you get married? You making all these damn kids, broken homes and all this other stuff and dysfunction. You're just, women have to take accountability for who you talk to. All of us have done it, talk to the wrong man. But when you talking about bringing a baby into the world, why aren't some of you thinking about the future? Damn, is he gonna marry me? Will my baby be able to have a Father's Day? Will we have family gatherings as a family? If you know you want a family, why do y'all keep fucking up the family? You see, a lot of women like to blame men, but you play a role too in it. You have a number of women who didn't think about how they would ruin their child's life by depriving them of what they deserve to have. A number of women. Okay? If you wanted a family, why did you have his baby without him giving you that? And here's the thing, if you're going to lay down an F, you always have a 50% chance of getting pregnant. And if you don't believe in abort, you know what? Then there you go. I don't know what else to say to that. You either going to get rid of the baby if you end up pregnant and you're not married to him and you don't want to be a baby mama, or you going to end up pregnant and you going to keep it and you going to be a baby mama. I don't know what else to say to that. I actually don't, I don't like the idea of like, you could give your baby up for adoption. I would be bothered knowing I have a baby out in the world that don't have me. You know, like if I were to get pregnant and gave a baby up for adoption, it would bother me mentally. Like, oh my God, my child is out here. They don't have me. They're in strangers' houses. They're in foster care. They're in the world without me. That would bother me. Or you simply have an abort, you know what, and not have the baby. And then you have to live with that too. It's not easy for all women. Some women it is. Some women are bothered by it, you know. That's not what they wanted. But if you're going to F a man, you have a 50% chance of that happening. That's just reality. And if you're dating men, I mean, he might not have kids and baby mamas, and he still might not marry you or leave your ass. But if you look at a pattern, you look at his history, you have 2, 3, 4 kids, different women. You kind of know what your odds probably might be with that. So, Lord. So, a lot of these men, that's good. Gregory Glass says, I have been in talks with men about making broken homes. I mean, I don't want no man marrying me though that don't love me. Like if I were to get, I don't know. Like if I would sleeping with a man and I got pregnant, I don't know how I would feel if he said, "Okay, look, baby, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna marry you, be my wife." Like a part of me might be happy about it a little bit, but then another part of me would say, "Well, if I wasn't pregnant, would you be marrying me? Like, do you actually want me? You know, not just because I'm pregnant." But then the other part of me is like, "Well, I do want my baby to be born in wedlock. Let's just give it a shot and see if this happens, if this could work." But if you know your man is creeping on you and y'all not even married, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to stop just because you have a ring. See, you got to be thinking, what are you willing to put up with and accept? Because like I said, most men do cheat. You don't want them to, but I ain't never known none that didn't. So you have to think, what are you going to do? You going to put up with it, pretend you don't see it, confront them, stay or leave, or be by yourself? You know, I can tell you, I mean, it's not easy for a woman to accept, especially if I have feelings. Yeah, I'm gonna curse your ass out. I might raise my hand, like, who you cheating? You cheating on me? Like, some women just rather not know, and I can have peace because I don't have to see it. You know, so I don't know. You don't want them to, but a lot of them do. Gregory says if he didn't use protection, it was meant. You have a lot of men though who want to go up in there and then you end up pregnant and they act all shocked. Not as if they don't know sperm makes a baby. So, Sacred says, we have to stop trying to change people. She thought he would change. Not sure why. He's very vocal about his behavior. I'm just shocked she got with the game. When I heard about that, I said, Evelyn's daughter? Like, she's like in her early 20s still, I believe. And the game, an older rapper with baby mamas, career ain't really nothing like that, has a face tattoo. It's like, girl, why? How did this happen? I said, you open your leg up for the game, and then I heard your mother's friend was talking to him or something, and then you laid down with him. I don't know. I had heard she was dating a sports player before him. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's what happened. But now she's in regret that her baby does not have a family. And this is rampant all over the place. I hope y'all start thinking about your children and love your unborn children enough to think about their life. Okay? This is not spiritual warfare to me. This is just bad decision making. I'm just saying. It ain't. This is a cult. I mean, look. I don't know how she identifies. She is Hispanic. I don't know what her daddy is though. I don't know all of that. Her last name. Hold on for a second. My computer's acting kind of. Hold on. Her last name is Harrison. Hairston? That's not a Latino last name. So I'm not sure what her daddy's background is. But this is rampant in the black community. And it needs to stop. It's so rampant for so long that can't nobody give me no excuses no more on it. Y'all know the fuckery behind all of this. Okay, so this disgusted me. I really feel there needs to be a petition to free her. She is in jail because she fed her baby cow's milk during Hurricane Katrina, and the baby passed away. They're giving her 18 years in prison because she couldn't find anything to feed the baby. She did what any mother would do. And some women, if you're uneducated, you don't know that the baby can't have anything but breast milk. So Hurricane Katrina was a disaster. There was floodwaters everywhere. People were looting for survival. There was nowhere to go. So she did what she had to do. Okay? It says that a single no vote from the state parole board will mean years longer for Tiffany Woods, whose infant son passed away during Hurricane Katrina. During their evacuation, she fed him organic cow's milk rather than baby formula. She wept in her blue prison scrubs after she recounted her baby's passing while pleading for an early release over a video screened from the Louisiana Correctional Institute for Women. Convicted of second-degree murder in 2008 over her son's passing. She's serving an automatic life sentence until former Governor John Bel Edwards commuted it to 36 years in 2023 under a recommendation from the pardon board. What? Okay. The mercy made by Woods, 46. She's eligible for release in half the time. And on Tuesday, 2 of 3 members of the parole board backed freedom for her. Okay. Praising her for her reforming her in prison. So let's see. So that's really it with that. I want to say is that you have men who grape babies who don't even get the D penalty or 36 years in jail. But you want to send a woman to life in prison or 36 years because probably during a panic during Hurricane Katrina when there were flood waters everywhere, she gave her baby milk, regular milk, instead of formula. And you want to take away this woman's life because she tried to feed her baby with what she had. This is disgusting to me. People who murk people on purpose don't even get that much time. They're doing this because she's a woman. They're doing this because she's a black woman. And I think that the people need to stand up and demand that she gets pardoned and released from prison. Hurricane Katrina was disastrous. Can you prove she intentionally tried to take the life of her baby by giving the baby regular milk instead of baby formula? How do we even know baby formula was even available when all the effing buildings and stuff was flooded? So now I'm not playing with this. This is disgusting to me. And she needs to be released from prison. I've never heard or seen nothing like this in my life. They can't even, you need to be able to prove she intentionally gave that baby regular milk to take the baby's life during Hurricane Katrina, the worst hurricane in American history. Please. So this is crazy. And the way people protest for people, I think she deserves people to stand up for her and get her released out of jail. Okay.
Language was one thing.
I had to play this for people who love to say that Black American people don't have a culture. Boris Kodjoe is African and German. And, you know, when I see Black people saying they didn't know, I'm like, you can look up any celebrity's background on the internet. You can literally go to their biographies on Wikipedia, and it will literally tell you what their ancestry is, where they grew up and all of that. Boris, I mean, I always knew he was half German because that's what they've been saying since his career started. So he plays a lot of roles here in America as a Black American, okay? But he's actually biracial African and African, half African and half German. He grew up in Germany for some time. His father, I believe, abandoned him. He did. Not new. And when he came over here, he said, I had to learn how to act like a Black American because culturally they are different. So I just had to show this for all the people who swear to God that Black Americans have no culture, which is hilarious to me. I have a whole video showing how much, yes, we do have culture. From the foods, jumping the broom, creation of different music genres the whole world loves, catchphrases used in the fashion industry and on commercials to promote people's products, the traffic light, GPS, peanut butter, so many things that people love. So, okay, listen to this.
I had to really learn how to speak English. But the other thing is, I had to really learn how to act like an African American. Because culturally, it's so different. You guys know.
Yeah.
Just between Africa and the States, it's totally different.
Sure.
How people move around, how they relate to each other, their physical language. And then think about me growing up in Germany. It's like totally different.
Yeah. What's the biggest difference?
Everything. How we carry ourselves and how we relate to somebody else, how you smile at somebody. Germans don't smile.
There's nothing to laugh at.
So our sense of humor is totally different. We're cynical and sarcastic. That's who we are.
Yeah.
Black Americans are big and open and wide and loud and I had to learn how to be like that because I was German. And African, the most stoic two cultures you can have in the world.
What's this behavior?
Exactly.
All of this hands.
So that was really tough for me.
Where'd you learn it from? Were you like watching?
I was watching. I was mimicking.
Okay, so you just be out in out somewhere. You just be like watching the.
I was in the club all night, every night, doing research. So I had to.
How did you first process the head nod? Because
think about it. You have all these foreign actors that are here.
Yeah,
they do interviews. You see them instantly. You know they're from somewhere else.
Yes,
instantly.
Yeah,
accent, the way they carry themselves, how they speak.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to be that because ain't nobody casting me with a German accent.
Right.
Black face
and German accent.
Voice. What? Nobody gets that. Because all Germans that come to Hollywood usually they play the Russian and the Nazi and that's the roles.
But you couldn't be that
we play. Yeah. I can't do that.
You can't do it. Yeah.
Right. So I had to really be intentional and immaculate with my approach to trying to learn how to be African American.
154.
Language was one.
So it was a great interview. I always like Boris. He's a cute, attractive man. He married a Black American. Okay, we know Nicole, who's also an actress off Soul Food. They've been married for a while and have children together. And in this interview, he talked about issues that he had, racism he went through in Germany, his Black father abandoning him, and all this other stuff. And he was saying, he had to learn how to be Black American. He says in Germany, we don't smile like that. He says Black Americans will smile at you and they're more louder. Like, y'all know, like, hey girl, how you doing? Girl, what's up? Yes, girl, child. Oh, I ain't seen you in a while. Come here. And he's like, for them, that's not normal. And I'm happy he said this because he said also, that a Black person, when they speak, these actors, they're not Black American. That on how they talk is different. So yes, there are differences. And look, I know there's this whole movement about delineation and FBA and everything. And I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Like I don't like it if you're being xenophobic and racist. Like I said, we can be friends, we can date, all of that, but we will not lie that there's differences. There's differences from our lineage, our genetics. Yes, there are. Our culture, our foods, our language. And when you're American, you're a product of America. And Black America has a lot of culture, that Nicole is not biracial. I have a whole video on that. She's not biracial. Check that out. Literally on my page, just go to my main videos, and I have 9 Black women that people thought were biracial that aren't, and I have pictures of her parents. So, people who don't think, oh, Black America has no culture, that's a lie, because a lot of people globally are influenced by Black American culture. That's a fact. But because it's been commercialized and it's also a part of white American culture, because we are intertwined with each other, that's a fact, that some people don't recognize it as being a culture when it is. Okay? Black America. The food. It's this woman on TikTok who is beautiful and classy, and she's showing Black American recipes that we don't always talk about. I wish I would have had her video up here. But yes, foods, the sweet potato pie, the red velvet cake, all types of the whole cakes, all types of stuff. The language. Now, I do speak proper English, but we do have slang and the AAV and all that other stuff. Again, jumping the broom. Black culture is not one way. It can change from state to state. If you go to Louisiana, you will find some different things. If you go to the Midwest, if you go to Cali, it can change different types of stuff within the culture. But yes, Black America does have culture, and Boris even confirmed this. Like, yes, I had to culturally change myself to mimic them and able to get work here in America to play Black American people and learn who they are and how they move. So, I just wanted to share that for people who swear to God that, and people getting offended. I'm like, with this whole delineation stuff, once you get past, I'm not talking about the ones who are extreme and just hate everybody not Black American. Everybody in the entire world is able to recognize and tell the public who they are. They represent their nation, their culture, their heritage. So why the hell are some people getting so bothered that Black people in America are letting you know you are not from here. You're not from my heritage or my culture. You're not my people. We might be racially Black. We can unite under that, but that does not make us the same. You do not get to come here and claim to be me. I cannot go to Somalia and say I'm Somalian, or the Congo, or Nigeria. I am not from there. I am not 100% genetically the same or look the same as all of you. I don't speak your language. I don't like some of your foods. I don't dress like you. We have different cultures. Black Americans are a product of America and have created culture here within America in a very short time compared to other people. There was literally a woman on Instagram who said that Black men get so happy when they find out I'm Dominican, but I'm a Black woman. Yeah, she could pass as a Black American, but I told her Black men are not dating you because you look similar. They're dating you because you are not Black. You're not his culture. You're not a Black American woman. And she says, oh, but I'm first generation. I said, I don't care. You think that you get to claim to be a complete different group of people and take over their identity and heritage because you've been in America as first generation or second? You're not from his lineage. You're not from his culture. He's dating you and hyping you up because you're not Black American. Even if you look similar in some cases, he's looking for a different experience. He doesn't like the women from his culture. He doesn't like their cultural ways, a number of them. That's why he's seeking other women. Even if some of them look Black, like a Black American, you're not. That's why they say, more submissive, mamacita, you speak this, you can cook arroz con pollo and all of that. It's a different experience. He's not looking, if he wanted a Black woman, he would have stayed with one of his own group. So just because you identify as a Black Latina And oh well, black men like me, I'm still black. He's not with you because if you were a black woman from his group, he wouldn't have talked to you, some of them, because he doesn't want women from his culture. You're not a black American woman. And I don't know why some of them don't get this. I don't care if you, just because you've been in America don't mean that you get to, you're the other people. I can go live in Nigeria for 20 years and I still would tell you I am a black American and my other ancestry. I'm not these people. I'm not from their heritage. I don't have their history. No one in my family's from here, or in some cases look like these people. Whether that's Somalia or Nigeria or whatever. And I notice a lot of people are getting very upset because some black people are making it clear. No, stop. You don't get to take over our identity and claim to be my heritage. I can't do that to you. Why do everyone just wants black people in America to be the ambassadors of everyone to a certain point? You can't do what they do over here to them in their country. They would never allow that. And they would make it very clear they don't want some of their sons or daughters dating you, and that you're not of the same tribe or family lineage. So why the hell all of a sudden that black Americans have finally gotten some damn sense to let you know, we're black American, you're not. We can hang out, all of that, but you're not my people. I actually got in an argument with a woman the other day, and I looked at her page. I think she's Mexican. I didn't know that, but this woman, that Haitian woman who said dirty black American, and this woman says, oh, she tried to imply that she was the same. I'm like, no, she's not. She's from Haiti, and she even knows it's different, which is why she said what she said. I'm like, how are you going to tell me that woman is black American and she's not? And then, both her aunts are directly from Africa. That's completely different. And she even knows that. Racially, she's still classified as black in America. Culturally, her ethnicity, even her genetics is not the same. 100%, there are differences. And she even knows that, which is why she made the point to make that distinction and not claim black American people. I said, do you see a fucking Indian saying that they're Pakistani? They don't even like each other, Pakistanis and Indians. Do you see a Vietnamese person claiming to be Japanese, even though they're both Asian? And yes, they do look different Asians. We can respect each other, but the problem is that people are lying, they're in denial, and they're not respecting those differences. Everybody want black people in America to just be black. You have nothing. Except, like when they say, well, Africa, the people get mad. Africa is y'all culture. There's like 54 countries in Africa. What culture are you talking about? We don't eat raw meat like Ethiopians. We don't kidnap albinos like Tanzanians. We don't drink cow's pee. I forgot where that was. We don't cut up vaginas like FGM all over Africa. We don't marry 12-year-olds off, which is rampant in Africa. So what culture are you talking about exactly? Because it's not all of our culture. They want us, because black people are the most powerful black people in the world. They want the black people to step aside, accept everything in everybody's cultural ways, even if it's disgusting, and invite them to everything while they take over you. And that's what's happening with the Essence Festival and a lot more other stuff until you're nothing. You're just everybody, apparently. Meaning, and then you can't go to their countries and take over their whole fucking identity and heritage and culture. But that's what people think they can do to black people in America. And I blame some black people too, because black people were so welcoming and saying, oh, black is just black. No, it's not. And when I used to say that, they used to get mad at me. There are differences, and you need to respect that. Now it's a different tune. Now that they finding out that, oh, there's a lot of people who don't fuck with you like that, or like you, who are racially black but a different ethnicity and culture. And they don't like people taking over their identity. they get really mad and they'll be quick to tell you, you ain't my people. What do you mean? You think you're going to marry my son? All these types of stuff. That exists. It was stupid to name black people African American. I agree. That was Jesse Jackson. Rest in peace to him who did that. Yeah, when we were called colored, that was everybody black. If you was black or had black, half black, triracial, mulatto, multi-generationally mixed, everybody was just called colored. No matter these percentages and shit. And I think now maybe I don't know, that might even cause an issue. I don't know, because in South Africa it's different when they call themselves colored. I don't. Now that I have see black people claiming to be indigenous, full-blooded. I'm like, if anything, a lot of us are mixed with it. But yeah, that's a whole different video. Some black people are in denial about the truth. Black people are a product of America. I'm tired of seeing these self-hating black Americans. I feel so bad. I don't know what kind. Like, first of all, black America is a mixture of different West Africans, white people that founded America, officially what is considered America, and native indigenous people, a mixture. And then you have some people who are not a product of slave grape, who also have white ancestry. So you would never have one country in Africa to name. It's a mixture of different ones. Now some are so embarrassed to just say they're fucking mixed that they want to just claim I'm a full-blooded Indian. You have no evidence of it. And some will get mad at me. I mean, you mix with it a lot. Are you 100%? No. Africans did come up over here. And I believe that, yes, there were natives who were classified as Negro and colored. That's a fact. And got enslaved and also mixed with those Africans who were brought here and then later got mixed with the white people too. But I find it very strange that there could be millions of what we call black today people here in America before the slave trade, and you don't have a fucking shred of evidence. How the fuck does that happen? Millions don't know? How could you be here before slavery and you don't remember or you don't have any fucking evidence? How the fuck does that happen? Nothing? No stories, nothing. Now, yes, and look, I've seen the photos where it's very obvious that there's native blood, but a lot of them are not simply saying, yeah, your grandma and great grandma were mixed people. Not that they didn't have native blood, but they're also fucking mixed with the white people and the Africans brought here. That's why they look like that. But they're not 100%. I have native ancestry, and I know that to be a fucking fact. But I'm not no 100% native. And I believe that there's a lot who are so embarrassed to just say that they're fucking mixed that they rather just say I'm a 100% indigenous native and I ain't got no African. No, you are mixed. But they don't want to say that. In my opinion, like I just said, I'm not saying that you don't have native blood, because it's a fact. And there are people who don't want us to claim our native blood because that gives us even more rights to the land and more claim to America. I'm like, how the fuck can you look at some of us and try to tell us we just some fucking pure-blooded West African? Bitch, please. Like we can't look in the fucking mirror. Not only that, but we know our family heritage, some of us out here, and know what's going on. But, yes, there were natives who did get classified as colored or Negro. That's a fact. And when Columbus came here, he thought he was in India or the Caribbean because of how they looked. And a lot of natives used to have more color than what you see today because they are also mixed with white people, and that's something they also don't talk about. Hold on. So, now that more black people are finding out the truth and claiming their American blood, people are getting pissed about it. I think some people want black people to be the savior of Africa and other countries in some cases, or just they don't want you to know who you are. Like, I'll see people make all these people will talk about history and black people, but yet they always skip over that we also have the white colonial blood. And I know how some of that happens, so that's why they're like, they don't want to go there. But it's like, if you're going to tell the truth, tell the whole fucking truth. Instead of trying to just claim like we some 100% pure-blooded Africans up in America. That ain't the fucking story. And that's not the truth. And not everybody's white blood comes solely from grape. That's also not the truth. Black people don't be honest about that shit either. I literally have the Jet magazines of the mixing with Japanese and white people that was happening in the fucking 1940s. But anyway. Twilight says they come from Siberia. Yeah. The natives crossed the Bering Strait. And even some of them mix with other people. They mix with other people when they got here and before they got here. I've seen some native tribes, the Lumbee and shit. You know they mix. They don't look Mexican. They look biracial and shit. Because they was fucking black people too. I just want to know how the fuck all this go down in America and we don't have no shred of evidence. Like, how? And then when black people show pictures of their family member ancestors who look clearly they have native ancestry, people get mad and then say, well, I'm just black. If you want to just say you just black like that means nothing, go ahead. Why are you mad about a person claiming their own heritage? And then the natives or the white people get mad. Why they get so mad about black people having native ancestry? Why does that offend people so much? Not everybody was a fucking slave captured by the Cherokee. There's other tribes besides Cherokee. So, yeah, people getting real mad about black people. I just say black people need to get there. All black people should have an ancestry test. And even in some cases, sometimes them ancestry tests don't be picking up the native. Sometimes, even though it's there. Is it a conspiracy? Are they trying to hide that on them damn tests so black people don't see it? Even though they got pictures of their family members who have native and shit? I don't know. But I do know that black people having more of identity of who they are and rising up and not letting everybody claim to be of their culture and heritage is pissing a lot of people off. That's not from black people from other countries. It's weird. Like, how do you get to be proud to be Congolese and South African and Nigerian, but all of a sudden when black people they want to be proud of who they are, then they get mad. This is divisive. How? Is 1 minute people are saying you lost and you don't have a culture, and then you show them your culture and who you are and that you're not lost and you're not me. And then they get angry and offended. And please. So, that's all for that part. Let's go to the next video.
Hi, good evening everyone. I don't usually do videos, but this is a very serious topic. This is my daughter Shera. She's now 22 years old. She went on holiday for a week with her friend to Jamaica back in October 2024. So this is the girls. This is Genevieve, Shera's friend. They've been friends for about 8 years. She asked Shera if she wanted to go to Jamaica for a week because her boyfriend was out there. I tried to encourage her not to go, because she'd never been on holiday by herself. But she was turning 21, so there's only so much she's going to listen to her mum about. So on the 13th of October, they went to Jamaica. I tried to encourage Trey to get her own accommodation because she didn't know these boys from nowhere. This was Genevieve's boyfriend of 2 years. She'd been dating this boy, supposedly from Milton Keynes, for 2 years. She was told his name was Tony. Now again, I told my daughter to get her own accommodation, but she wouldn't listen. This is supposed to be Tony. But his name's not Tony. His name is Uriah Gordon. And this is his Jamaican cousin, LeJean, we think. So again, this is Uriah Gordon, or should we say Tony, as the girls knew him as. Now Jenny was seeing this boy for 2 years. Imagine, 2 years. So Uriah paid for Jenny's ticket because obviously she thought it was a boyfriend. And I paid for Teresa's ticket because she was turning 21. So this is where it all began. They went to Jamaica, 13th of October. The boys picked them up from the airport and took them to St. Mary, where they had this prestigious Airbnb. I'm talking jacuzzi, swimming pool, everything. I'm still trying to tell my daughter, get your own Airbnb. She's like, Mum, it's fine. And obviously because, you know, the artist TJ, he was doing a music video next door, you know, the guy that does Drift. So she's not going to listen to her mum, is she? But I still tried to encourage it, but she didn't.
I don't know if y'all can understand all of what she's saying, but I'm going to make this short. It's kind of a long video. Basically, they planted drugs on her daughter, and she's been arrested. She's facing 6 years in prison. Okay, it says that her daughter traveled to Jamaica with a friend, and they went to stay with the friend's boyfriend of 2 years. While they were there, they were convinced to bring sneakers back for their boyfriend's family, and the mother believes her daughter unknowingly became a part of a drug transport scheme involving the shoes. The mother says that she repeatedly warned her daughter not to bring anything back for anyone. She told her to get her own accommodations and tried to give her advice. She claims her daughter didn't listen, and she had just turned 21 at the time. She spent 16 days in jail in Jamaica before being granted bail, and then remained in the country during trial, stretched for months. Her daughter met someone new and became pregnant and gave birth to a baby girl. What? Her daughter and the friend have now been found guilty, and they're facing 6 years in prison. You know, this made me think of that movie. Y'all remember that movie, Broken Down Palace? Same thing happened to them in Asia. They planted the drugs in their suitcase without them knowing. They got arrested at the airport and spent years in an Asian prison it took years to get them out. It's called Broken Down Palace. I remember watching that. So y'all better be careful. Don't bring nothing for nobody. If you travel overseas, even if you're by yourself, you don't know what people at the hotel can do or something. Check all of your bags, your shoes before you pack up. Check everything. And if you're meeting people around there, don't do what they did, okay? Because you can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody. You got to be careful. Okay, let's see the next story. I think this is the last thing I want to show you. One of them.
My donors around the world, I know it has been 7 long years. I know it has been 7 long, hard, tough, grueling years, but we are here, baby. The school is absolutely done. The school is fully done. The school is completely done. And on Tuesday, because government is closed on Monday to celebrate white supremacy presidency. The government is closed on Monday to celebrate white supremacy presidency. But on Tuesday, I'll be contacting the city to request an inspection of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Elementary School and Gym. Brothers and sisters, thank you for those of you who stood with me. Not the fakes and the phonies. Not those who act like you supported me but didn't trust me, didn't believe me. You listened to the struggle streamers and the scammers. You believed them. Okay? I want to thank the real people, brothers and sisters. I want to thank the real people, brothers and sisters. I want to thank the real people for standing with me because our time has come. Happy birthday, Frederick Douglass. Your gift is this school. Frederick Douglass always wanted to open a school, brothers and sisters. My cousin, Frederick Douglass, always wanted to open a school, brothers and sisters. My cousin Frederick Douglass always wanted to open a school, brothers and sisters, and I'm opening it for him. I am going to open the school for you, cousin. Don't you worry. The blood of Bailey is alive and well. The legacy of Frederick Douglass is alive and it is well. The legacy of Bishop Richard Allen is alive and well. I might become an AME pastor. Y'all think I should become an AME pastor? Should I become a...
First of all, he always repeats the same words over and over. It irritates me. And I don't know if I believe this. I mean, it's been years. It's been years. And I always wonder, what exactly is the curriculum? What are you going to offer that's going to be able to make them be able to compete in America? Will they know science and math and physics? Will they know what they need to know if they want to go to college? What are you going to teach them at this school? Is what I'm dying to know. I've yet to hear what the curriculum will be. I'm not going to say it can't happen. I mean, maybe he will shock everybody and do a great thing. I don't know though, but he's been asking for money for so long. And they said a lot of the kids who wanted to go to his school, they're like grown now, a lot of them. And I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. I want to know what they will be learning in this school, because they can't just live off fairy tales and delusion. Tell the truth and tell the whole truth. If you're going to talk about slavery, are you going to show them the African tribes who sold their people into slavery? Or are you going to cover that shit up? I really want to know. Are you going to tell them everything they need to know? The good and the bad and the truth. And what are they going to learn to be able to survive here in America where you're dominated? That's just the fact. So I really would love to know that. But we shall see. I mean, there are people who don't believe this school is coming. He's saying it's coming. People are monitoring this to see how long it's going to take, because it's already been years. And he's had a lot of money in donations. So we shall see. I believe anything is possible. And who knows, maybe he'll surprise us. Now, I remember when I saw them on the news, it just made me feel so sad. This is a couple in Colorado. They have the largest Black-owned ranch in Colorado, and they're being harassed and stalked and having threats towards them from racist white people, or maybe Hispanics, I'm not sure, in the area, who don't like that they're successful, who don't like that they have all that land. The largest Black-owned ranch, damn. Okay, and they asked for support from the community. And hold on for a second. This is a couple doing the damn thing, and I don't like seeing them go through that. People harassing them and everything. It's called. So if you want to donate to their GoFundMe for to support them, go to their Instagram, Black Farmland. Hold on, Black Farmland Owners Matter. Help. Black Farm under attack. Call Governor Polis. The phone number is there. Okay, to stop what they're doing to them. And then there's the link to their GoFundMe if you want to donate. Okay, as you can see, let me put this up top. This is their GoFundMe. They have a goal of $325,000. So far, they've raised $307,000. Deputy leading assault to steal Black farmland. Okay, so the deputies and all them disgusting racists around them are trying to destroy them, what they're doing, what they're building, what they have. Okay, and we cannot let something like this happen. So if you want to donate to help them, this is their GoFundMe right there. So, I do definitely support a lot of my people. Y'all have seen me do that. Who I see are doing the damn thing, actually trying. And imagine what they're going through. I mean, like it's the 1950s. They're successful. It's just amazing when there are racist people who say, oh, y'all niggas are racist and y'all need to get your shit together. Okay, they have the largest fucking black farm ranch in Colorado doing what people claim you should do. Carry yourselves by your bootstraps and get yourself together. Well, they did it. That's a lot of damn land. That cost a lot of money. Okay, I don't know. I have to check out if they sell their meat, the cows, the ground beef and stuff. So, I mean, it's amazing. And now they're being terrorized because they're jealous. That's all. It's all jealousy. You have to be real bored and sick to harass a couple who have a farm because, well, you don't like that they're black and they have this land. They have something to pass down. They actually are making money from their ranch and they're trying to bully them to leave. Hell no, they're not leaving. Okay? Get a life. That's what I have to say to racist people who actually do bother black people. Get a life. You look sick. You look like a clown. Why are you worried about somebody else? Why do you care so much and so deeply? Because, oh my God, they're a black couple and they have a farm. Oh my God, and it's successful. I can't have this happen. You're a hater. You're jealous. So if you want to support their GoFundMe, I just showed you, and their Instagram if you want to support them. Okay. So black farmland owners matter. Yes. So look, y'all, that is it for my video for tonight. I hope you like this live. I'm sorry for some of the cursing that I did. Y'all know I get kind of riled up with some of these stories. I got to calm it down. I'm very passionate. I'm a very passionate woman about these things. So let us know what you think about these stories. Leave your comments not only in the chat, but under the video, and check out my other videos. You all take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. Bye.